Good morning. I've decided to cast on a jumper and it's living in this lush bag that my friend Sherry Iris, I don't call her Sherry Iris, I just call her Sherry, made for me for my birthday. I think my 41st birthday, that little heart down there. And she bought this fabric when we went to a quilting show together. So let's have a rummage. The pattern I'm going to knit is the ranunculus, and I'm going to knit it in Lay Family Yarn, Tiger's Eye. You can see there's a difference between these skeins. The labels are different and the length of the skein is different. The yarn companies, from what I can understand, are they've changed the length of the, what's the word, the skein. So there's the same meterage, but the length that they twist it, or the length that they wind it, is different for some reason, and that seems to be happening everywhere. I noticed Deborah from Meanwhile at the Castle was mentioning it, so she's had to change her labels, and I don't know if Kelly changed hers because of that, or just had I think she just had a rebrand. So this is Tiger's Eye, and I bought this one when I was at the retreat, the Woolay retreat, back in, must have been 2019. And then I decided I wanted to knit this, the ranunculus, but I didn't want to do the short sleeve version, I wanted the long sleeve version, so I ordered another one. So there's a very slight difference in the dyes, as you would expect, because one's 2 years younger than the other. So I should alternate skeins, and also it's artisan hand dyed yarn, so there's going to be differences, which is the beauty of it. I really like that. I love them both. So I'm going to alternate skeins and hope that I don't get myself in a tangle. Do you know what? There are so many beautiful ranunculuses out there, but I actually don't really like what it looks like in the picture. This one I wouldn't gravitate towards because of where the armhole is. This one, the neck is way too scoopy, and I don't like where the sleeves end. And similarly with that one. I think I definitely have to do a gauge swatch on this. So while I'm here as well, I forgot to show the front of this book yesterday, and I've had a couple of questions in the comments, and I've had some DMs as well. So it's called Raumagarn, and it's booklet 298. And in it you get these patterns. I'll just do a quick flick. Skip forward if you're not interested. But just so you can, that's the one I did. Just so you can see what's available in the book. And Catherine does yarn kits, so you can get the actual yarn and in different colours, and the pattern book comes with it as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I didn't remember to show yesterday, so I thought I'd show you it this morning. It's not going well for me. Look at the state of this. don't think I'm going to like the gauge. Hey Margot. I had problems winding the balls. Something's going on with my ball winder and my Swift. And usually it's fine, but this time it wasn't. And then I've done several different cast-ons. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. I think I'll go away and come back to it. I've got things to do now anyway. Popping down to the village. I'm wearing my girlfriend's cardigan. You can't see it very well. There. You see it now? There. It's lovely, isn't it? It's Lily. And this is it from behind. It's really tricky. That's nice, isn't it? Oh, I do hope somebody says, oh, I love your cardigan, because then I can say, oh, thanks, I made it. I'm in the barn. Look at these two. Right, boys. Enjoying your lunch up there? Have you finished? May I have my floral plates back? Ted? Don't, we'll get rats up here. Let's have me plates then. And you said you were hungry and you were throwing food at me. Well, that's a mouthful. Come on, let's have me plates.
You see where you were sat to?
No, where were you sat?
I'm looking at cardboard.
Were you up on the roof up there? Oh! You two! Silly buggers. They've been up there. Silly devils. Hello, Wilfred. I am your lunch. He's stabbing it. Oh.
Very weak.
Wow.
Look at that.
Enjoy. Hello. Oh, I can't do that with you, Margot, because you put your claws in my nice cardigan. I've been photographing things to list on eBay. Just got to settle the dog down. Chill out. And I'm going to tell you all about it here because that's what I've been up to today. And that's what vloggers do. But some of you, I've just eaten a cashew nut, so there's still remnants. Away. Away. She's chasing a fairy on her tail. Right. Many of you will already know about my friend Kate, who passed away 5 years this Christmas. Very swiftly after cancer came back, took her away within weeks. She loved a nice handbag, and when she passed away, James was saying, I don't know what I'm going to do with all of her stuff, and I just said, look, I'll anything high value, I'll sell it for you on eBay. So he handed over to me 3 handbags. One was a Dubarry handbag. and one was a green mulberry handbag and one was a brown mulberry handbag. So he gave these to me probably about, embarrassingly, about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, to sell. And I kept getting upset every time I went to do it. So ridiculous. They're just handbags. And I knew there was no pressure from James to sell these handbags because he didn't want the money. We agreed that I would sell them. And on eBay, you can do this thing where you click how much of a percentage goes to your chosen charity. So I would click 100% to my chosen charity. Kate spent the last couple of days of her life in a lovely hospice called Pilgrim's Hospice in East Kent. So that is the chosen charity. And I'm going to show you these bags, should you wish to pop over to eBay and buy one. I think I'm going to put a, I don't really know how it works, but I think I'll put it on as an auction, but have a reserve, because I don't want these bags going for a silly price, because they're worth quite a bit and they aren't mine and they're being sold for charity. So let's start. Hang on. So here's the first one. This is the Rachel bag. Barely used, practically pristine. It has a slight scratch on this, a couple of scratches on this front panel-y thing. There's a pocket here, and inside is a pocket, and it's fabric lined. It even has, in the dust bag, no, it's not in the dust bag, is it? Where did I put it? It's even got the label. Now, this is an autumn-winter 2007, so it's practically vintage. It would have been, back then, £595. Now, Mulberry have really escalated their prices lately. But it was purchased for £346. But you can't get this bag anymore. So we'll see what it fetches. Next up, this one would go so nicely with what I'm wearing. It's a Bayswater in, there's two online now, and I'm not sure which one it is, but it's some sort of oak colour. And I'm not going to go into massive detail about the bags, because this one, it's still available online for around £1,000. And this is perfect because she bought it and she never got to use it. It's even still got on 3 of the feet the plastic thingy-majiggy. Yeah, so she was in complete denial that she was going to die, and she thought she'd buy it and use it, but she didn't. There we are, it's in the dust bag. So my eBay link, if I've got my act together, will be below in the description. And if you know anyone who's in the market for a fancy handbag, send them my way. I am not in the market for a fancy handbag because you recall I said that there was a Dubarry handbag. Well, I know Kate had that handbag for years. I have memories of her with it, and it was pretty tatty and used. And when I was looking at all these handbags and getting ready a while back to take the pictures. I had to abandon that attempt because I got too emotional. I looked at this Dubarry bag and I thought, this is not in good enough condition to sell, really. It's so well used. So I thought, you know what? It's worth a lot to me. There was even one of her hairs in there. So I thought to myself, I shall buy it. So I've donated money to Pilgrim's Hospice, and that is now my handbag, and I use that every day and I love it. It's still got her hair in there. I've been wearing my cardigan all day today and absolutely loving it, and I've just seen I've got there's a thread I've not sewn in. Really enjoyed wearing it, and it's made me evaluate what I want to knit, what I wear. I've been doing this for a while now. I look at things and I think of all my favourite shops, and when I look at a pattern or I look at something yarn that I would knit that pattern with, then I will try to imagine how it will look when it's made, and I'll think, if I saw that on the shelf in one of my favourite shops, would I be happy to spend, let's say, I don't know, the yarn's probably £80 to £100 plus my time, so a ludicrous figure, let's go £150 for a cardigan, which is cheap, I think, for my time. I think to myself, would I part with £150 for that in one of those shops? And if the answer is no, I wouldn't, then I don't buy it or I don't knit it. This is something that has not always been my theory. I've knitted a lot of things because I've really loved the skein of yarn. I've really loved the pattern. I've enjoyed the process of knitting, but actually when it comes to it, I've not really enjoyed wearing the item. And quite a few of you have kind of said the same, or have said that they're still doing the thing where they're knitting what they enjoy knitting, but not what they enjoy wearing or enjoy having in their home. Tracy Welsh sent a message and I wrote it down because it prompted me to chat about this. Oh, this dog's being a dafty. She says she's collected so many patterns, all lovely, but she's worked out, as nice as they are, there's not really many that she'd actually wear. So now the first thing she asks herself when pairing yarn to a pattern is, would I actually wear it when it is finished? And lately, everything that I've been knitting, I definitely wear. I wear my older sweater a lot. I wear my Tree Light sweater a lot. I've frogged things that I don't wear. I've given away things that I don't wear. There's no point hanging on to them. Anything that doesn't fit very well or is itchy or doesn't go with my current style, it's gone. I'm just not hanging on to these things. And totally lost my train of thought. I'm getting nagged by the poodle. Oh, poodle. Oh, poodle. You're so naggy. Right, I'm going to go because I don't know what I'm talking about. Basically, to sum it all up, I knit because I want the product. For me, a knit stitch is a knit stitch is a knit stitch. And I don't care what colour yarn it is. I don't care how long a row is. I don't care at all because it's still knitting. Of course, my favourite is just knitting backwards and round and round and round in garter stitch, or backwards and forwards in garter stitch, and nice long rows. I know, I'm different to other people. I like sewing in ends as well. Anyway, I'm going to go because I think this one wants to go out for a tiddle. And I also quite fancy a tonic water. I might throw some spiced orange gin in there just to be fancy. And One of my WhatsApp groups is going absolutely nuts and I want to know what's going on. So I'll see you all tomorrow. And I will be a better vlogger. Have a lovely evening. Oh, Annette, my lady, she asked what vlogs I'm watching through Vlogtober. I'm not watching that many. There's quite a few out there. And I saw another one on Sharon's vlog today called Comfy Red Couch. I've not watched that one, but I might put that to my list, on my list to watch. I know that So Unique is doing, Julie is doing Vlogtober, but I haven't watched hers yet. I'll watch hers through November. The ones that I'm watching are Sharon, SCR1TNO, Ali, lovely Ali, my lovely friend. Well, Sharon's my lovely friend too. Ali is This Little Wonderful Life. I talk to Ali a lot. I probably drive her mad. And I am watching Paula, special favourite, Stitched by Mrs. D, and Mad Madam Mel. And the one that she put up today was really useful because it was on servicing a spinning wheel. And I found that interesting because I've got my spinning wheel and I'm very new to it. And I'm watching, oh, Green Lambkin, Suzanne, the Queen of Halloween. Suzanne, if you're watching, you wanted a name for your colourway, and I think that you'd thought that a sweet was called Halloween Malloween. I think you should call your colourway Halloween Malloween, even though the packet was crumpled and you couldn't actually see that it was just called Halloween Mallow or something like that. But Halloween Malloween for your new colourway. How cool. You've probably named it already. Off I go.